Welcome back to the Golf A Lot YouTube channel. Georgina here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the TaylorMade milled grind 4 wedges. Not only that, but we're also going to be giving away a full set of these wedges. So make sure you stay tuned until the end of the video to find out how you could get your hands on these. So what's new with these wedges? Well, they've got a Hydrospin face, which is really coarse, almost feels like sandpaper to the touch, but that is designed to give you loads of spin, loads of control, and better performance in wet weather, which obviously in the UK is perfect. And if you can't tell, it's starting to rain on us right now. So it's the perfect opportunity to really test these wedges out. So first impressions, obviously these clubs do look a little bit different if you're not used to seeing those deep diagonal grooves. But to be fair, when you put it up against the ball at address, you don't really notice the difference too much. Overall, on the club head, there's just very light detailing, tiny bit of green and white colour, but other than that, very clean and not too much going on at the club head. So let's hit a few shots and test these clubs out. Definitely feeling a lot of control with these wedges straight away. Even with the 52 degree that you wouldn't always expect that much spin from, we're getting a lot on these greens, which is really nice to see. So as you can see here, there's not a lot of room to work with. The flag is right on the front of the green, so we're going to switch to the 56 degree and see what we can do. Oh, do you see that spin? Haha! So clearly the clubs are working. As you can see, we're getting loads of spin, loads of control with them. So far, I've holed one with the 56 and the 52, so now we've got to try and do it with the 60 degree. Okay, so we've hit loads of shots with each of the lofts so far, and I'm really liking the feel of it. It's very grabby off the club face, as we'd expect with those grooves. And you can actually see on the club face the coating from the ball coming off because of how much spin we're getting. But now what we're going to do is take these indoor so that we can see the numbers, see how much spin we can get, and see how consistent the spin rates are as well. So we've just got back from Hooked. We're going to sit down and talk you guys through the data. Obviously, as we said, it seemed as though we were getting loads of spin with these wedges, but we wanted to see how much we were getting using the Foresight data. So what we tested out, we took the 52 degree and hit some full shots, and with that I was getting a backspin rate of 8,800. Then we also tested out the 56. We only did half shots because I didn't want to be sending the ball up into the ceiling. So with the half shots, with the 56 degree, that was coming in at 6,400. So that's 6,400 with the 56 degree. It's about what I would be expecting for that type of shot. It's hard to take too much from that with it just being a half shot and being that little bit more inconsistent. However, looking at the full shot with the 52 degree, I don't know if you guys saw, but a few weeks ago, we also tested out the Mizuno T24 wedges, and the 52 degree full shots between those wedges and these wedges were the exact same spin rates at 8,800. So to me, that's interesting because around the greens, I definitely felt a lot more control with these wedges, that they were spinning up and checking up really close to the hole, which was great. However, I did feel as though the Mizuno wedges had a little bit more control and consistency over the long approaching shots to the green. So something that we mentioned earlier on was the face of these. They're so coarse, they feel like sandpaper because of those extra diagonal grooves. Now, what we were seeing over at Hooked as I was hitting more and more balls was that the casing of the ball was actually coming off on the club face. So just something to bear in mind if you're the type of person that plays with soft golf balls. After hitting them a couple times around, you're gonna start to wear away that golf ball, and that could get pretty expensive for you. Something else that's quite cool about these clubs is that they will rust over time, but only the face, not the entire club head. So that's quite a cool feature. It is unique to TaylorMade, so if you're someone who likes that rusted effect, you're gonna love that on these clubs. So as always, when we're coming on to the verdict, we're gonna look at 4 categories for these wedges. So we're gonna do looks, feel, performance, and value for money. Starting off with looks, as we kind of mentioned earlier, obviously the face does look different because we've got these extra diagonal grooves. If you're not used to seeing that, that might be a little bit off-putting, but when you put the club at a dress, you really can't notice it from that far away. But overall, in terms of the design, it's very clean, it's very neatly finished. There's only very small elements of detailing in terms of the little green accents and a little bit of white every so often. But I think TaylorMade have done a really good job of producing this very classic, very clean looking wedge. In terms of feel, it's hard to tell whether I was finding this soft or hard off the face because of how much the club grips onto the ball. And all I was really noticing was that grip feeling. It was almost distracting because of how strong it was. So I would really say that you guys are gonna have to go and test these out and see what you think in terms of feel. So in terms of performance, specifically around the greens, I was really impressed with these wedges. For the shorter chip shots, I was finding it really easy to just pick a point, have confidence that it was gonna spin up and gonna get me close, and I even managed to hole a few of them, which was great. The only issue for me was going onto those slightly longer pitch shots. I was finding that my consistency wasn't there as much as I have with my own wedges or other wedges that I've tested in the past, and the numbers from Hooked backed that up, that it was just a little bit less consistent and there was a bit more dispersion in those shots. And finally, looking at value for money, these wedges come in at an RRP of £159. So that's maybe £10 less than we'd expect to pay for a Vokey. It's very competitive in terms of that price point. But obviously you do have to factor in that you might be buying a set of 2 or even a set of 3 of these, so that does add up to quite a large amount of money. However, as we've seen just with the golf market in general and getting equipment, the prices are going up, and that's just what we would expect to pay in the market today for a set of wedges. But to be fair, coming in at just under a price of a Vokey and performing so well in all areas as they have, I would say that these are pretty good value for money, especially if the thing you're looking for is high levels of spin from your wedges. So that's my review. As we mentioned at the start of this video, we do have a set to give away for you guys. TaylorMade very kindly gave us a full second set, exactly the same specs as the one I've been testing. So that's a 52, 56, and a 60 degree. So if you guys want to get your hands on these wedges, there are 3 things that you need to do. Number 1, you need to be subscribed to the Golf A Lot YouTube channel and have notifications turned on. Number 2, you need to leave a like on this video, and number 3, you need to drop a comment below to let us know what lofts of wedges do you currently have in the bag. The competition will close on Friday, December the 1st, when we will pick one lucky winner to get their hands on these wedges. So just to recap that, what you need to do to enter this competition: subscribe to the Golf A Lot YouTube channel, like this video, and leave a comment of what wedges you've currently got in the bag. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure to drop a like. And if you want to know more about any of these wedges, you can check out my full written review over on the Golf A Lot website. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you subscribe for more.